In the last 18 months, I would say, golly, over 5 million.
Well, callers scam me out of my money. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like, bro, what did callers do to you?
They did.
Yo, let's run up on the college.
Yeah, you're gonna be taking 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And you can be trying to figure like, wow, why am I stagnant? I said, any exposure opportunities come to me, I'm saying yes. I ain't saying no. I don't care if I'm sick. I don't care if the dog ate my homework. I don't care if somebody passed away.
Bro,
the fact it don't matter.
What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the On the Pursuit podcast. We interview 6, 7, 8-figure, even 9-figure earners. We tapped them, trying to figure out what worked for them. What are some of the obstacles they overcame so they can get to success? And on today's episode, I got a very interesting young man, multi-millionaire on the inside, not just outside.
For sure.
And a dear friend of mine. He was actually on episode 22.
Oh,
know
yeah, we turned up. We turned up.
And now I don't know what episode it is today, but it's definitely a little further from 22. A lot has happened since then. It was a cold day in Chicago when I took a plane and flew up. I had my metallic puffer jacket on with the hoodie. I'm like, bro, I just came from LA. I don't know where you got me, but it's freezing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So me and this guy, we met through the DM, which is the importance of DM outreach.
Yep.
And, the vibes was there, I flew out. He welcomed me with open arms. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely my brother in entrepreneurship and in my life. Yep. He actually came at me because he was like, yo, you out here and you ain't hit me up. So I felt that, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let me introduce to you guys Mr. Phenomenal Power.
Yes, sir.
Dion Coopwood, welcome to the podcast, bro.
I appreciate you, bro, man. It's an honor. Like you said, episode 22, that was a minute ago.
Yeah.
Man, that was about, that might have been more than 18 months ago.
For sure.
When we first sat down and when we first met, like you said, the power of the DM, social media is people don't understand. It's called www.instagram.com.
Facts.
That www stands for World Wide Web.
100%,
it brings people together no matter where you are in the world. And so it brought us together. And so, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate the friendship. I appreciate what you do, man. And it's a blessing just being friends, bro.
Yo, man, this is gonna be so much fun, bro. It's really just us being us with microphones at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So for those that may not be too familiar, you have so many podcasts out there right now and stages you've been on, so they should be familiar. But if there's somebody out here that has no idea who you are, never seen you before, let's just touch on that really, really quick.
Just a kid from the south side of Chicago, born and raised. I'm the oldest of 4. I relocated recently within the last year or so to Atlanta to pursue my goals and dreams, and it's been a great run. I'm married, got 3 kids. I take care of my mom, and life has been great. I am the entrepreneur that everybody goes to help start, grow, and scale their business by way of leveraging credit, financial literacy, and creating digital products and services in a business. So I'm the go-to person.
So for those people out there that don't know what a digital product is, or don't really leverage the power of digital products, right? They probably heard it before. It sounds kind of like a buzzword. What are actually some of the products and services that would be under the digital product window?
So for me, the 4 pillars of entrepreneur success from a digital product standpoint would be a continuity offer where you're, it's like subscription based. Somebody pays a monthly fee for a product or service or a SaaS, a software as a service that you may have, that you offer them, that's going to help them in the price that they paying does not nowhere near exceed the value that they're getting, right? So that's a continuity offer. Then you got ebooks where you create a digital ebook where somebody buys it and they instantly get access to it. And it's basically you putting information that you have in your brain and putting it in a book format, but it's an electronic book. That's an ebook. Then you have courses where you take the information, knowledge that you know on that skill set or thing that you're good at doing, and you package it up and you give it in, like, let's just say 5 or 10 different modules that people can watch over and over again to retain information to go execute and get the same results that you've gotten. Then you got mentorship programs, whether it may be low ticket, mid ticket, or high ticket, where you give people the opportunity to experience you on a more detailed and intimate level, so that way they get like some group coaching or one-on-one coaching. They pay a higher price to actually sit at the throne or at your feet of the throne, so that way they can actually get the knowledge that you have at a faster pace.
So you have all of these things.
I got all those.
And what type of bag have you run up in about 18 months or so with these with these things?
In the last 18 months, I would say, golly, over 5 million.
What's up, y'all? Listen, if you are a business owner or entrepreneur and you juggling your email, your text messages, you don't have a CRM, you don't have any automation, you don't even have your social media posts scheduled, I have the solution for you. What you want to do is tap into the lead attraction system. This is an all-in-one system that's going to handle your text messaging, your email, your CRM, your invoices, get you paid, your digital products, your memberships, your courses, your funnels, and also it's an all-in-one solution. So you can get rid of all these other things. It's in one system. You pay one price every single month, and they also have a weekly office hours. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Tap into the platform and make sure that you grow your business. Lead attraction system. Grab the link below. Let's go. So are you saying anyone could create these things?
Anybody.
Anyone could take information that they maybe a specialty in, maybe some information that people come to them for.
Yeah.
Maybe some information that they want to learn in real time.
Yeah.
And they could package it up into one of those items, one of those assets that you mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they may not do 5 million in the same amount of time, but they can do some damage.
They can. Oh, you can definitely do some damage. And the beautiful thing about digital products that people don't understand is that once you create the digital product at one time, you don't have to really put in the work ever again. It's kind of like, think of a digital product like going to apply for a job, and you go there the first day, and the work that you did the first day pays you until you forever. It pays you forever. So now you go to a job, you don't have to continue to go back to the job. But if you go to a job and they say they're gonna pay you $20 an hour, you go the first day and you do enough work that first day to where they can just pay you forever. You ain't never got to go back to that job. That's a digital product. It pay you forever.
So why don't most people why don't more people do digital products?
The reason why is because most people have a scarcity mindset. They have a poverty and scarcity mindset where they say, they'll say, well, I figured it out. I put in hard work, energy, and effort into figuring out how to, let's just say, become successful. And then from a scarcity and a poverty mindset, they say, I'm not going to tell anybody else how I actually became successful. Not understanding and knowing that that's where the actual wealth is. I tell all my mentees and people all the time, I say, listen, if you want to get rich, all right, cool, go out there and do the work. Which means that you provide a service to the people. If you want to get wealthy, then you start serving people. Where you go from doing the work to teaching how you actually did the work to get the results. Where it's a concept where you're being fruitful and you're allowing yourself to multiply. So instead of you just going out there and doing the work for everybody and making whatever money you're going to make, you teach people at a small or a large fee, whatever you want to charge them. You teach people how to actually go out there and duplicate the results. So it's like, the example. Let me show you how fruitful and multiply works in this realm. Let's just say, like one of the businesses that I used to run, I give you a real example. I used to do credit repair services, right? Before I actually started mentor coaching and training people in the credit repair industry. So when I was doing it, I think that based upon the time that I had and me being able to service people, even with the team that I had, we were probably servicing about maybe 40 people a month at, let's just say it was like $1,250 per person. So let's just say we was probably making about 50 grand a month, right? It was hard to service.
And that's not bad.
That's not bad, right? So 50 grand a month, cool. And to be able to service 40 people, it was a struggle because we were doing factual disputing, right? So we were staying up all day and all night trying to service these clients. But when I transitioned to, once I learned Metro 2 compliance and I started to understand and see great results, and then I was able to quadruple my clientele with less time and then be able to make more money, I was like, dang, I need to show other people this. Like, I don't need to keep this to myself. So then when I went into like getting close to making 6 figures a month, I transitioned from, like, most people wouldn't even think to transition. They would say, I'm going to just keep running up the bag. But I said, well, dang, if I start coaching and training people on the success that I'm having, I can go from making $40,000 a month servicing people, or even $100,000 a month servicing people. If I just charge, let's just say 100 people $2,000 to show them how to make $100,000 a month, now I don't have to even do no work. And I made double the money without actually having to do the work, because I now take these 100 people for the month and I put them all on a 2 to 3, 4 hour coaching call, and I just service all of the people there. Now they get to go actually make money for their family. So now I got more people being successful as opposed to just me being successful. Me following the principle, be fruitful, multiply, actually bless me in the long run.
So why do that transition, right? Because you mentioned that most people wouldn't do it. They would stay making that, let's say, $50K, $100K a month, right? they would feel like, hey, listen, if I made a transition, I might sacrifice this 50 to 100K.
Yeah.
It might go down.
Yeah.
I like where I'm at.
It went down. It went down.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah, when I transitioned, I took a pay cut. Like I was going to that 40 to 50, 60,000 a month, and as I saw myself getting to that 6 figures a month, I decided I took time off to create my ebooks. I took time off to teach people and mentor people and coach people and create the course. And in that time frame, I like cut my income more than in half. I was down to like 20K because when I first started mentoring people, I took 10 people at 2,000. So my first money was 20K. I'm like, dang. But I don't need, so I charged 10 people 2K, which was 20,000 for 3 days worth of work. So I put them on a Zoom call for 3 days, 3 hours each day. So I did 9 hours of work for 20K. As opposed to the 40, 50, 60,000, that was every day.
Yeah, facts.
4, 5, 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
And then for 9, I'm like 9 hours for 20K. So it was like, once I did that one time, I saw the vision got clear. I said, yo, oh man, this is crazy. Like now I can take more people and I can charge more and I can spend less time with them once I really start to perfect my craft. So for me, I was okay with taking that pay cut when I first started. Like the first few months, I didn't get back to where I was until after like 3 months. But when I got there, I was like, yo, I'm working like not even a quarter of the time and I'm making the same money. So, my thing is I understand that, at some point in time, people, like you said, you're going to have to sacrifice and give up something in order to, get something greater. So, yeah. That
makes a lot of sense in terms of being confident enough to accept the fact that, listen, I made it to a point where I'm making 50 to 100, you know what I'm saying, consistently. I'm transitioning to learn something different.
Yeah.
Now I'm going down.
Yeah.
Some people would just abandon the ship as soon as that first month went down. Like, yo, I can't be doing this. And as I'm learning something different.
But think about this too, though. This is something that, when I was providing a service, I had to go out there and get clients every month too. So I was hunting. Whereas the conversation is different when you're providing people with the opportunity to come learn from you so that they can go out there and actually make money too.
So basically what you're saying is you were helping people do the thing. You transitioned to teaching people the thing.
Yeah.
But also you wasn't worried about, hey, as I'm teaching people to do the thing, I'm creating competition.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't worried.
Because some people would think like, hey, listen.
That's a poverty mindset.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you wasn't worried about teaching people to do what you're teaching other. You wasn't worried about teaching people what you were doing and with the training is concerned.
Yeah.
As far as potentially creating competition, which would, reduce the amount of money that you were making a month.
But see, here's the thing. So you just said something. I don't want this to go over nobody's head. The people loved me more for that. So like we would do the sales calls and like people, I would say, hey, listen, you could pay me $1,200 and we'll do the service, or you could pay me $2,000 and not only would I show you how to do the service, but I'll show you how to do the service and go make an extra $2,000 a month. So you're gonna pay me. I'm gonna coach you on how to do the results. So that way, if you ever get messed up in a situation, you got bad credit again, you'll never have to pay me or nobody else to do it. Then I'm gonna show you how to take the same information that I give you and go service other people so you can make money. So now you can make extra $2,000-$3,000 a month part time.
So you teach them how to fix their own situation.
Yes.
You teach them the information so they can get certified and do it. And then you help them, teach them how they can help other people and get paid in the process.
It was more attractive. Nobody took the $1,250. Everybody said, well, let me give you the $2,000.
Yeah.
It was like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then I went from 3 days at $2,000 classes to $3,000 for 2-day classes. Then I went to 4,000 2-day classes. Then I went from taking 10 people a month to 15 people a month. Then 15 people a month to 20 people a month. So before I knew it, I was at $4,000 a person, taking 20 people a month. I was making 80 G's, and I didn't even have to go find and struggle to find people because I had a wait list at a certain point.
How'd you find the people though?
Just talking about it.
So you were talking about it on what platforms? Because I want people to understand.
Social media.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because they're probably like, that sounds cool. I can see how the math could work.
Yeah.
But how can I get 80 people? How can I get 100 people? How can I get even 10 people?
You remember, you saw it. So when you met me, I was going live every day. I was going live every day for like 2-3 times a day. And I was on there I was motivating, I was inspiring, and I was telling people how I can actually service them and how I can help them. And so people was DM me mentorship, and I will send you a link. You could book a call. We could talk about it, talk about the price, talk about the details, and when you're going to be able to get started. And so I just kept talking about it, creating the momentum. So like The word says, if you build it, they'll come. Not they gonna come before you build it. You know what I'm saying?
Fact,
Most people they want, it's like you want some, like, you want it laid out like, all right, cool, I got 12 people that's gonna do business for me before I even open up the doors to my shop. No, bro. Open the shop, like open the doors, get the stuff, put the stuff, like let the people come. You got to build it. So I just was putting in the work. I was building up the audience. And before I knew it, so I started my mentorship program. That was in November of 21. By the time I got to April of 22, I already had people for May and June and July lined up. Because I remember I had started only taking 10 people a month. And so I would take 10. Then I was already, as I was starting that class, I had like another 5 people that was already for the next month. So then my time started to collapse, overlapping. But that's another tactic that most people don't understand. Like, I wasn't taking everybody at one time.
Yep.
So when I would say, hey, look, I already took my 10 people, I'm good, you got to get on next month's class, people were like, yo, this dude got a waiting list. Like, this must be really good. And it really was good. And people are now seeing it. And I'm now seeing the fruits of my labor. But it's like, yo, instead of paying me this, pay me this. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to help you get certified. And you're going to be able to go out there and make money. You'll never need nobody else to help you.
Facts.
I was educating the people. Like, most people want to get educated. And most people want to save money. Most people want to save time, and most people want to go out there and make sure extra income. And I was giving all of those in a package deal for $2K at that time.
So what do you feel like really turned you up between when we met, episode 22, right?
Yeah.
Which was about, what was that, about a year and a half ago?
Yep.
Seemed like that, right?
Yep.
About a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So about a year and a half ago right now. So you had the mindset shift.
Yeah.
You got access to new information, and you execute it, right?
Yep.
So if you could say, pinpoint maybe 2 or 3 things for the people that are watching and are listening, right, that they can take and maybe implement. What are some of the things that really, really turned you up?
So here are the main 3 things that turned me up. The first thing was that, like I said, I stopped providing a service and doing a service like doing credit repair, and I started serving people and started teaching people how to do it themselves and go make money doing it. That was the first thing. The second thing is I created my digital product and service. So I created ebooks, I created course, I created continuity offer, I created mentorship opportunities for people to actually come learn more information from me. So I started distributing the knowledge. So that was the second thing. And the third thing is I stopped playing small. So, because I understand if you play small, you're going to stay small.
So give me an example of that.
Yeah, so I stopped playing small where I stopped being like just the person that was in my town dominating, right? So I just said, all right, cool, I'm going to leave Chicago because it wasn't a lot going on there. I'm going to move to Atlanta. When I moved to Atlanta, I said, I'm all in. I'm done playing small. So I decided to go on a podcast run. You familiar with that, right? And so, you even helped me get on some podcasts. So the thing is I said, yo, I want to get on every platform that I can get on. I don't care if it's free. I don't care if it costs. I don't care, whatever. I just want to get in front of as many people as possible so that people can know what I've already built. He said, if you build it, they will come. I want to tell as many people as I can what I built. I want to tell them how I can help them.
Shout it from the mountain. I'm a shout it
you
from
feel
the
me?
mountain.
I'm a shout it from the mountain. So I went to the top of every mountaintop possible so that millions of people can know who I am, what I do, and how I can serve them. So, going on $1 million Worth of Game, going on Earn Your Leisure, going on Marvin Francois, going on Harley Initiated, all of these podcasts that I could potentially go on. Shout out to everybody, any podcast that I ever got on. Shout out to On the Pursuit podcast with you. Like, any platform that I could potentially get on, I said, I'm going to execute on that, because what I did was, as I went into 2022, I prayed for exposure. So I said, any exposure opportunities come to me, I'm saying yes. I ain't saying no. I don't care if I'm sick. I don't care if the dog ate my homework. I don't care if somebody passed away. It don't matter.
But when the dog eats your homework, bro, people don't be showing up.
They don't be showing up. I don't care if I get a flat tire. Bro, I showed up for my business in ways that I've never shown up. And most people won't do that. It's like, you got to show up for your business like you show up for your job.
But bro, it's a holiday.
No, bro, listen.
Bro,
people go to work on a holiday.
Hey, it's my best friend's sister's birthday.
People go to work on their best friend's sister's birthday.
Hey, it's my mom's birthday.
People go to work on their mom's birthday.
But my father just passed.
People go to work when family members pass away all the time, B. They go to work. They no, like, it's like everybody gives work an excuse and a pass.
But bro, it's Thanksgiving.
They gonna pay me time and a half.
So the reason why I'm throwing these at you, right? The reason why I'm throwing these at you, right? Because I want people to understand holidays, birthdays, anniversaries. We're not saying don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Some people might not have to do it. You might have to put your business first.
Yeah. But
you should still figure out how you can do it. Maybe you're in a situation where you have to spend some family time, but you're still gonna figure out a pocket of time.
Yeah.
put the business to first. Put the business first.
Yeah. Let me be without being rough and sounding ignorant and rude to anybody. Let me give the people some context. So when I first got into entrepreneurship, I went to my spouse at the time, who is now my wife. I actually told her what I was going to do. I told her my plan. I said, listen, I'm not trying to go to no birthday parties. I'm not trying to party. I'm not trying to celebrate, and I ain't trying to kick it. I ain't got nothing to celebrate. I don't want to kick it with nobody. I'm cool. I said, like, I'm going to take the next 5 to 10 years and I'm just going to just put my head down and work. And I just need you to respect that. So respect my business like as it was a job, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in the work. I'm like, so it's going to be some holidays that's going to come around where I may not be home. I may be out working. It's going to be some times where, birthdays and celebrations. Like, I haven't been to none of my family's birthdays in a while. I haven't been to nobody's marriages in a while. I haven't, like, weddings. I haven't done a lot of that stuff, bro. But I sacrificed all of that to now the position that I am in and the money that I make. Now what I do is I be paying for all of that stuff. Like, I couldn't be there before because I was working and I was grinding, and I told people that and they had to respect that. But then now when I show up and I pay for everything. So they understand. They say, dang, where you been at? It's like they understand where I've been at. They know that I've been working. They know I've been grinding. They know I've been hustling. But now when I show up, I'm like, listen, hey, I'm like, here's $5,000 for the wedding reception, or here's, whatever. I'll pay for the dinner. It's $3,000 for the dinner for everybody. All right, here, I'll pay for that. And I just, I show a moment of gratitude for not only being in the position I am, but then also too, family and friends being able to understand, like, the sacrifice that I made to get to where I'm at.
Facts. Yeah. I mean, that's big, bro, because they may not understand why you're going through it, but now you're showing up in a very different position, right? Blessing and offering that abundance. You know what I mean? But that's huge. Yeah. That's huge, because a lot of people wouldn't make that sacrifice, and a lot of people ain't gonna understand. I remember the first time I made $30K in a month, and it was like the month of my birthday, maybe like 2 years ago, something like that. I was telling my friends, I'm like,
talk heavy then.
I was like, yo, listen, check this out. I ain't celebrating my birthday. Don't come through. Don't call me. Don't show up. That's like it. No text messages, nothing. I don't want nothing. I ain't trying to go out. Don't take me out, nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the goal was 50. I ended up getting 30. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, but I had to draw that line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's a line that a lot of people gotta draw. You know what I mean? Like you the same input that you put in, you're gonna get the same output. Yes, you gotta start putting in some different input. You know what I mean? I think another thing that I noticed that you've done differently in a short amount of time of us getting to know each other has been you have not been shy about investing in yourself, and then also putting yourself in different environments with new people, right? Building new relationships and getting into different rooms. Yeah. So let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah. So man, at this point right now, I would say let me do the math on this money. Yeah. About $200,000. Yeah. About $200,000 in just, mentorship and coaching. I mean, and it's crazy because when you tell people that, they be like, dude, you crazy. Like, most people's like, how you invest in these? They scamming you out your money. They taking your money from you.
But bro, college scammed me out of my money. You know what I'm saying? They ain't like, bro, what did college do to you?
They did.
Yo, let's run up on the college.
Yeah, we ain't run up on the college,
We ain't running up on the colleges.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. Like, that's why I always ask people, like, would you prefer, like, college or mentorship? Whenever somebody asks me, I tell them all the time, I say, well, I prefer mentorship now that I know what I know. Because it's like, when you look at college, it's like, yo, you paid $100K over 4 years. So that's like 4 years that you can't get back. That's $100K in student loans that you can't, like, you got to pay that off. That ain't going to go away. Like, it's not going to go away.
Plus the interest.
Plus the interest. Then it's like, you graduate, and here's the thing about college. Like, you went and you learned from somebody that's making $40,000 to $50,000 to $60,000 a year. So guess what? They can only teach you how to make $40,000 to $60,000 a year.
That's a fact.
And so what the crazy part about it is, you think that college didn't work when it actually did. It worked the way that it was supposed to work. They wanted you to graduate with $100,000 in debt plus interest, and they wanted you to go work a job to make $50,000 to $60,000 a year. Like, people, you can only teach somebody, you can only teach them to the level that where you're at. So if a college professor is only making $60,000 a year, and that's all they know is how to work a job and make $60K, that's the only thing that they can teach you. So you graduated and you thinking like college didn't work or whatever, and you thinking that like my degree is not working. Your degree actually is working. It's working the way it was supposed to work. Whereas now, if you look at mentorship and getting a mentor, you pay somebody to coach you, mentor, train, and develop you to not make the same mistake that they made. and then to go out there and get the same results if you run the same plays that they say run. But that's somebody that you aspire to be like. They're making the money. Instead of making $40,000 a year, why not go and pay somebody that's going to show you how to make $40,000 a day?
Is your revenue stuck? If you're an entrepreneur and your revenue is stuck, you don't need to fix your products or services. You need new audiences to discover you more consistently. Podcast guesting is the ideal way to be discovered 24 hours a day by your ideal clients. And guess what? The more people that know you, the more people can flow you. Head over to podcastmasterypack.com and take advantage of your first or next podcast. Let's go.
Yo, you know what? You know what's is crazy? So you just mentioned that college is working. It's working based on the design, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at it like this, if I invest in a mentor, an active one, the one that's actually doing what he's sharing with me, doing what I invested to learn.
Yeah.
That person is actually doing what he's teaching me or her in real time. I can see the results. I can get like real time updates. I could tap that person.
Yep.
In college, I'm learning data information, right? So the information it's not present day for the most part.
Nope.
If it is, it's because that one teacher or professor really cares, so they want to bring in something new. You know what I'm saying? You might get a little drop.
Little drop.
You might get a little drop. But I can't learn anything that I can apply right now. And I'm learning a bunch of information that's actually distracting me from stuff I should be learning and implementing.
Yeah.
This history is not even a real history that we're learning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it kind of makes more sense to do the mentorship investment. Plus, you can't write off college, but you can actually write off a mentor.
Man, talk about it, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting debt. That debt's going to accrue interest.
Yep.
Right? So the money that I'm in debt, I'm actually further in debt.
Yeah. Yeah.
I cannot write that off. But that's education.
Yeah.
But I can lock in with someone like Dion, learn financial literacy, right? Get the mindset around money, build digital products and services, right? If I'm in the credit space, right, I can learn how to put my own, how to fix my own credit, put my own repair business together, go out and get clients and make money in real time.
Yeah.
And then that money that I'm making from investing in him and making money in the business, I can write off the education and mentorship.
Yep. That's true.
Crazy, bro. So it's like I got it for free.
You did get it for free.
That's crazy.
That's it. So I mean, but see, unless a person explains it like that, people don't get it. They be like, I'm just gonna go to college. It's what your mama said. Go to school, get it. So you graduate and get a good job, and you listen to what mama said. And so, like you said, it's just more of an old way of thinking, an old process. But I think, as I look at environment now, like younger people are deciding to not go to college. Like I was having a conversation like with my daughter the other day, like, her being 15, she's like, I don't want to go to college. I want to be like you. She's like, I just want to run my own business. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, so most people, like more younger people, because of the internet, because of more mentorship, coaching and training, development, and like me, like I'm creating leaders too. Like my programs, I'll show you how to coach. I'll show you how to train. I'll show you how to develop other people. So now I'm not just the only person that's out here being a mentor or coach. I'm creating more mentors and more coaches. Like I got a text the other day, and I'll show you here. Look, like this is somebody who I'm mentoring right now. And this young lady just texted me. Look at I'm going to show you what she texted me. You can read this. Read what did she say right there? What she say?
Great news. I launched my mentorship program today. Just in my community, 7 people took my 10K offer for 90 days.
So she made 70K, right?
Yeah, she made 70K, right?
All right, cool.
Included a scarcity play for midnight. Hoping to have my first 6-figure day today. I'll keep you posted.
Wow.
The plays work if you run them.
That's it.
I appreciate you. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like this is real time.
Yeah, that's the real time. What's the date on that?
This was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
That was July the 1st. So
okay,
today's second.
Today's second.
Yeah. That was yesterday.
Yeah. So you're not doing that in college.
No, you're not doing that in college.
No.
You can't make $100,000 in one day in college.
Yeah, that's not happening.
No, you can make $100,000 probably in 3 or 4 years if you lucky.
Maybe. And if you do make that 100K in 3 or 4 years after college, that's gonna be a position. So you're not gonna get the money up front, and that money's being taxed. You know what I'm saying? So
Yikes.
That's definitely not happening.
Yikes.
So right now with everything that you have learned in the time that, we first met to now. Obviously, you're still learning, right? Because I just want to give people context.
Sure.
It's been like 18 months.
Yeah.
What are some of the things now that ignite you, keep you motivated, keep you inspiring, to keep going? And what do you feel like, you wanted to get here, but what's the next, like what's that next for you?
Yeah. So I am on the cusp of, going into having my first 8-figure year, which is exciting for me. I'm as weird as I am. I don't think that I'm gonna stop there.
Yeah. I mean, why would you stop?
It's like we're gonna go for 9 figures for sure. So that's what's exciting. That's what keeps me ignited. But I think that more importantly than just the financial accolades, what really keeps me endowed into business and just keeps driving me every single day is I want to really create more leaders. So like I am really like I get passionate about when I get to go into like my coaching mode. So like
I would say that too.
Yeah.
I've been around Dion a lot. But
Yeah.
I've been in a room in a couple of his coaching sessions, webinars.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could feel it.
You can feel it, bro.
You could definitely feel it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So for me, every Wednesday I get to coach. So every other Wednesday I coach on digital products. And then every other Wednesday I coach on webinar framework. And so for me, when I get to get in those classes and I'm teaching people how to lead more people, that's exciting for me. Like I found, like sometime I've even found myself teaching these classes. We'd be up to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And it's like, they be surprised, like, dang, don't you got something better to do? And it's like, no, this is what I want to do.
This is my better to do.
This is my better to do. This is my, excited moment. This is my get to pour into the people moment. So for me, like what just really keeps me going is when somebody says, all right, cool, I believe in myself enough to want to go to the next level, and I believe myself enough to invest in myself. So I want to pay you to coach me so that I can go get the same results that you have and say have the same type of impact. And so that's what really keeps me going for sure.
I like that, bro.
Yeah.
More leaders, more impact.
For sure, bro.
But Dion, what's the other side of this whole thing? You know what I mean? Like the success sounds good.
Yep.
The money sounds good.
Yep.
But there's the other side of it where there are people that, invest in mentorships, that get into programs, right? That may buy a digital product, course, or program.
Yeah.
And those courses and programs and digital products are not getting the results, right?
Yeah.
And then that kind of makes that person kind of maybe either go back to what they were doing before or
Yeah.
maybe have a negative belief, right?
Yeah.
So what about people that are in this space? Because I think it's also important to highlight that in this space that may not be providing a high level product or service.
Yeah, I like that. That's good that you want to touch on that because not enough or not a lot of people touch on this at all. So I think for me, it's a two-way street. Here's the first thing. To really protect the people that are actually out there providing a good service for people, whether it's a course or a mentorship program like myself, I feel like the one side of the coin is you have people that will pay for mentorship, but then they won't execute and run the plays. So now you pay for, let's just say me or somebody else to coach you, or you got access to the course, but that was like 2 to 3 months ago and you still haven't opened up the course. Or you paid for mentorship and that was like a month ago or 2 months ago and you only came to one mentorship class. So the problem with most people is that they're not showing up for themselves. They're not actually opening up the information and they're not actually running the plays and executing. So they'll say that the mentorship or that program don't work when it actually it just didn't work for you because you decided to not put in the work. So that's the first part. The second part is the actual part that most people need to hear about, which is where somebody may have paid for a course or a mentorship program and they actually ran the plays or they tried to do the things that person said do and it really didn't work. Well, the problem is that you didn't do enough due diligence. You didn't do your homework. Whereas they say success and failure leaves clues and they say success has receipts. So that means that if you want somebody to mentor and coach you based upon you seeing the lifestyle that they have or the things that's like, glamorous, like they say, everything that glitter ain't gold, like sugar and salt, it looks the same. Different tastes, right? So you're looking at something that looks like sugar, so you go purchase it, but then when you taste it, it tastes like salt. So you feel like you realize you've been bamboozled. Well, the problem is that you didn't actually go do your research and your homework on that person. Like if you go, like anybody can go to my Facebook or my Instagram, and they can go all the way down to the bottom. You'll see posts from 2012, 2013. Like you'll see all of these posts. I first got on Instagram in like 2012. So it's like if you look at the post, you look at like my transition, you'll see when I start off in the sales insurance, you'll see all of these accolades, you'll see all of this stuff. So you'll see the success and the track record ever since this guy was working a job. So you say, okay, cool, I can invest in this person because clearly they have a track record of success. Most people are going out there and they're getting now what they're getting what's really called scammed. You really like you getting scammed. Like you didn't do no homework. And so what happens is maybe some guy went and took somebody else's course and they duplicated the information and they're talking a good talk and they're saying that they doing these things, but yet they've never done it. Like they went out and bought somebody, let's say trucking course. They've revamped the course, changed the title, the cover, and all of that. Yep. And now they're out there saying, "Oh, just because maybe they may have been a truck driver or may have driven a 18-wheeler before, they're recording videos as they driving in the truck. Maybe that's just they 9 to 5, and they selling courses. You trying to figure out why the course didn't work? The course doesn't work because that person never actually put in the work to create the product in order to teach you the things that they went through. Like you can only teach somebody what you know. Like that's it. You can't teach somebody what you don't know, and you can't teach somebody where you didn't go. Like you can't teach these things. And another piece of it is I tell people all the time, especially when people want to get into mentorship and coaching, I say, listen, if you've never really done these things and you're trying to teach somebody else how to do it, when they get into a bad spot and they come to you for the answers to get them out of the spot, and you don't have the answers. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. Like you don't there's nothing that I'm teaching that I don't know. I've been through it all. Like I only teach what I really have done and have done it so much to the point to where I could wake up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning and teach it and tell you the problems, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah. Like that's why I was able to get into a point to where not only just teaching credit and financial literacy, I was able to teach about digital products because I actually sat down and created this stuff. Yeah. Like chopped the videos up myself.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like,
we was in Vegas one time and it was before Recession Proof. Yeah. And we was locked in, finishing up a digital product.
Come on, bro. Like, and then even before I started teaching like how to run a successful webinar, I had made $100,000. I made over $100,000 in one day doing a webinar before I even started to teach it. But that ignited people to want to learn from me. So when I dropped that in a group chat, like, yo, I just did $118,000 today on the Webby. Like, yo, you really got this webinar thing figured out. And so then it started to create like a buzz and people started saying, yo, I heard you had did 100K day in on the Webby. Like, can you teach me? I'm like, dang, I guess I can teach it. And then so then that allowed me to create an offer, another digital product, another coaching program. But then before I even taught it and held a class, I put together a whole presentation on it, the whole framework. Mm-hmm. So when I taught my first class, that was a 6-hour class. Yeah. I had to teach for 3 hours. We went on a lunch break, came back, I taught another 3 hours. Like I was in my bag. You know what I'm saying? But most people, you can't teach that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the problem with most people. So that's the double side of the coin. If you get a program and you don't do the work, so then you feel like it doesn't work, but you just didn't put in the work. Or you get a program and it doesn't work because the person who sold you the program, they never put in the work. You know?
So what about the mindset of somebody that may have been down that road? Maybe they did a program, it didn't work. Let's say it didn't work because they was actually doing the work. But let's say, like you said in the last example, the individual that put that program together, you know, that the results that they wanted to have just didn't happen. Like the information wasn't good enough for them to get the result. Like they just duplicated it. Yeah. Like you mentioned. What's the mindset of that person who, you know, wants to do this entrepreneurship thing and wants to start this business? They just got discouraged. Yeah. They're on the verge of wanting to quit. You know what I'm saying? Like what's that mindset so they can keep going? Because that might be something that might put somebody back in the, like, you know, wanting to be an employee.
For me, it's kind of like, I look at entrepreneurship like relationships, like kind of like a marriage.
Do tell.
Yeah. So like for me, I'm married to my business. Like I'm married to my wife. And this says to death do we part. So with my business, it's to death do we part. So I'm not leaving, not quitting, not giving up. You can only lose if you quit.
So you're saying right now that, well, first of all, you're comparing it to marriage. Yeah. So I'm in a tough spot, bro, because I don't even got a girlfriend. So I need to step this up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like he coming at me a little bit. No. You know what I'm saying? No. But I guess what you're saying is you're making that commitment to yourself. Yeah. I'm not going to quit. Yeah. There will be some instances that you may have to plan for, just assuming it's going to happen, where I might get a program, it ain't going to work. I might get on a call, I'm not going to close. You know, I might do a presentation and the slides ain't there. Bro. I might get embarrassed.
Yeah. It's kind of like you right now. Like you said, you're not even in a relationship. So that means that you're not even nowhere near close to getting married, right? So the thing is, that don't mean that you don't
put
pursue.
That on me like that.
No,
I'm just saying. You see, this is my brother right now. You hear what he's saying?
No, listen,
I'm nowhere near close.
No, look, what I'm saying is like, that's a concept of just because you haven't gotten there, that don't mean that you quit and you give up on love, bro. Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with business. Just because you might have went to your first mentor or maybe a mentor in your time frame and that thing didn't work out, especially I think it's more so we talking about for the first timers.
Yeah.
So because you invested, let's say somebody invested $5,000 into a mentorship program and it didn't quite work out, and maybe that was a part of the last money that you had. And you was like, yo, I hope this thing really works, and it doesn't work. So now you're on the verge of either like continuing entrepreneurship or going back to your 9 to 5.
Yep.
What I'm saying is, just like a relationship, just like marriage, don't quit, don't give up. Like, figure out a way to say, okay, cool. Just because I was in one bad relationship, that don't mean that I stopped loving, or I stopped loving hard, or I stopped giving humans a chance to love me. And I'm gonna find somebody one day that's gonna love me and love me the right way.
Damn,
right?
bro. First you crushed the hope, you just brought the hope all the way back, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like me, like, bro, I was in major relationships in my lifetime, but just because they didn't work out, I didn't quit on like love and marriage.
So you saying there's a lesson there for that person to get.
Yeah.
So even if it doesn't work out, it's still working.
It's working.
I think Myron said somewhere it's like
he said that. He said it's either working for you or it's working on you.
Yeah.
That's it.
100%.
So like, if it worked, cool. If it didn't, that means that it's working on you. So that way you can actually become the person when it comes to day and time will actually work for you.
What does that mean, becoming the person?
Yeah. Everybody got to become the person. Like,
what's that mean though?
I wasn't the person that I am today. I wouldn't have been able to handle the success that I'm having right now and at the level that I'm at. Like I think that every like my 7-year entrepreneurial journey, I feel like, you know, God was just everything was working on me, and it wasn't really working for me because I kept trying to figure like, why am I not making 7 figures? Why am I not making 7 figures? I wasn't quite ready to receive that yet. So God was taking me through my entrepreneurial journey to the point to where I got here, and it was just working. It was working on me until it became to the point where it worked for me. Like, it just kept working.
Yeah. So when it works on you, it's on the inside. Mm-hmm. You can't see the inside.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't measure.
You gotta trust it.
You can't measure how much it is or how much it's not working. I would just, when I walked in here, I just was on Instagram Live, and I'm like, let me teach y'all how to make 6 figures in a year. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all who really get it, you would make 6 figures in 6 months or maybe in 90 days. I'm like, you have to be okay sacrificing, you know, like family members, friends, and times, and hanging out and kicking and doing all that stuff and partying and drinking and smoking. I said, you got to put your head down and work. I said, if you put your head down and you work 5 out of 7 days, just like you go work a job and put in 8 hours a day, I said, and then you put together 3 to 5 action items every single day that you can measure. Like, all right, make 50 phone calls, pass out 29 cards, whatever it is every single day. And if you can put a W on a calendar 5 out of 7 days out of the week that you've won every single day, and you do that consistently for 6 months, I said, you'll create so much more momentum. Now, you can't be worried about the money you do or don't make. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I was telling like, people don't know this about me, but my first 5 or 6 months in business, I didn't make $1, bro. That's why I really indulge in credit and financial literacy, and I understand how important credit is. And I tell people all the time, I go by the slogan, I love credit, because of the simple fact that I got into this journey with $40,000 in credit. In my first 6 months, I had to leverage $40K to pay my bills. I wasn't making no money. But if I would have quit, and I wouldn't be where I'm at now if I would have quit, bro. If I would have said, dang, entrepreneurship ain't working for me. But I worked every single day, bro, for 6 months straight, 10 hours, 10, 12 hours a day, and wasn't getting paid, bro.
So what do you feel like during that time period was one of the biggest things that you sacrificed or gave up? Or was there something that you
did?
What was the biggest thing?
I gave up. I used to be a heavy drinker, stopped drinking. I used to party a lot too, stopped partying. Like, I was like a regular person. And I ain't trying to make nobody sound weird, but I was like the other 99. Now I'm like a 1%er now, because I'm contrary to regular belief and flow.
Was that hard for you to do that?
Because I wanted it. I just wanted it, bro. Yeah. Like, I wanted success so bad. I'm like, yo, I don't want to keep working. I want success so bad. Like, I don't want to continue to go down the path and be in the road that I'm on. So I said, cool, I'm not going to do what 99% of the people do. I'm like, I'm not going to. I was living for weekends. I said, the weekend. I'm not living for the weekend. I'm working on the weekend. You know, it's like people see me now. They don't even realize that, like, I'm going on 8 years in. They don't realize that, like, for the first 5 years, I did it the wrong and the hard way, because I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a coach. I wasn't making 7 figures my first 5 years or so. Then it's like now, the multi-millionaires is coming in. You see all of the cars. You see all of the flashy stuff. You see all of that stuff. But, bro, like, nobody knew that I was broke 5 or 6 months when I first started. And then nobody cared either. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was door knocking, cold calling. Like, nobody cared. Nobody was there. And so I gave up drinking, I gave up partying, I gave up worrying about, all of the women that I could. It just, bro, I was like, I'm done. Like, the people don't realize, like, if you're watching this episode right now, you're thinking that you're gonna be able to go out and make multiple millions, even your first million, or hell, high six figures, $500,000 a year, with doing the same things that you consistently done on a day-to-day basis, and everything that you're doing right now, you're wrong. You got the game messed up. It's a concept where they say, old keys don't open up new doors.
That's a fact. They don't even turn.
Bro, you ain't gonna get it in there.
Yeah, you ain't even getting it in there.
So you think that you're gonna be able to keep doing the same things you've always done, and you just gonna say, you know what, let me go. I'm gonna go get a coach. Listen, getting a coach is half the battle. That is a cheat code to success. Let me make that clear. But if you go get a coach, you go get a mentor, somebody pay you to give you the information that you need. But yeah, you think you're gonna get high, you're gonna get drunk, you're gonna be chasing women, you're gonna be doing all the same stuff. And you think, no, bro, you gotta focus, you gotta lock in.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna see a little bit of success, but then you're gonna be taking 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And you can be trying to figure like, wow, why am I stagnant? Right? Why am I stagnant? Because, bro, you're not sacrificing anything. You gotta drop something less for something greater.
I like that, man. You gotta drop something less for something greater.
That's it. I always ask people like, what are you willing to give up to go up?
I like that, bro. You do always say that. That is what my favorite Dion Coopwood was saying.
I gave up a lot to get where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like people can't see it, and it ain't even their business, bro.
Facts.
Like it's not your business. I don't have to scream from the mountaintops, but like I sacrificed a lot to get here.
Yeah.
And like people who really know me, they probably looking at me now like, yo, dang, that's crazy. Like this is not the same guy that I once knew, and I'm not.
Yeah, facts.
Like I'm not. Like people got to be okay with allowing people to, confuse focus with phony. Most people be like, oh, well, you acting weird. You're not the same person. We went to high school together, or, we worked together. Remember that job? Bro, I'm focused, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not acting phony. Like, bro, my conversations are different. My environment is different. Like what I do and who I am. Yeah, I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago, or even 5 minutes ago. I'm constantly growing. I'm constantly evolving. But most people, when you get to start achieving some success, they'll say, oh, this person acting brand new. They acting phony. No, I'm just focused. Let them confuse focus with phony, bro.
Well, you know what I want to focus on right now?
Talk to me.
I want to focus on some of the spicy things, bro.
I'm with you, bro.
Let's talk some spices.
I thought we was talking spicy the whole time, but
listen, we've been talking spicy, but I want to talk a little bit more spicier, right?
Let's go.
So let's talk about some of the amazing experiences that you've been able to take a part of as you've been growing through entrepreneurship, right? So you've been to Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that's
BT Awards.
Yeah, crazy.
Spending a little bit, you know what I'm saying, on the wife. You know what I'm saying? Made some improvements to the house.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
Mom's in a really good spot.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the amazing moments. Been to Dubai.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the amazing moments that you really, really have appreciated thus far, that you've experienced during this journey thus far.
Yeah. Oh man, like you said, the Super Bowl was crazy. Being able to go to the Super Bowl with Wallow and Gilly, that was an amazing experience. Hell, to me, to be honest, I think for me, bigger than going to the Super Bowl was the fact that I have a relationship with Wallow and Gilly to the point to where we're close, where they even wanted to invite me. Like just for them to say, hey, D, we're going to the Super Bowl. You want to roll with us? We got front rows. Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. Like for me, it was more of like, and I told Wallow this. I said, bro, I didn't really go. I said, bro, I don't watch football. This was after the fact. I said, bro, I just want you to know, I don't even watch football. I don't watch football. I can't tell you about no teams.
Me neither, bro.
Yeah,
me neither,
bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
Me neither, bro.
I don't know about I don't know nothing about football. But I was there with them when they got a call about the Super Bowl. And they said, hey, D, you want to go? I'm like, yeah, I go. So I called my wife. I'm like, hey, we're gonna go to the Super Bowl. I think we spent like maybe $30,000 or something just to go sit where we sat and just enjoy ourselves, watch the Super Bowl. And for me, it was more so about the relationship. And I told Wallow, I said, bro, I just went just from a relationship standpoint, just to spend time with you and Gilly and just to continue to just, love on y'all and, what I'm saying, just grow with y'all or whatever. He was like, man, D, he said, and it makes sense. He was like, that was a power move, bro. Like he said, you playing chess, not checkers, bro.
Yeah, facts.
And so then that, like you said, BET Awards recently, that was major. Just being able to sit down, what I'm saying? I would think I was like 10 rows from the stage, and it's like great view, amazing experience to share that with my wife and some friends at the time out there in LA. What else did we? What else?
That was crazy. You was in LA. I wasn't in LA.
No, yeah.
That's crazy,
yeah.
bro.
You was where I was, and I was. Yeah,
and that's crazy because Dion and I always talked about him coming to LA, and we just experienced in LA.
Yeah,
he went for the first time.
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Then we did. I was able to speak internationally for the first time last year in Dubai.
Oh yeah, that was dope. Yep.
Yeah, so I went to Dubai.
Shout out to Luxotic.
Yeah, shout out to Luxotic. Spoke at the retreat there. That was amazing. Dubai is lovely. Dubai is next level. If you haven't been to Dubai, gotta go. I'm taking some of my mentees to Dubai in December.
Oh yeah.
So,
okay. Speaking again.
Yeah. So that's gonna be amazing. And then I'm coming up. I'm actually about to go to Greece. So this is my second international speaking gig that I got locked in for that. Like you said, last year I purchased dream car, Lamborghini Huracan.
Oh yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
How could I forget about the Lambo?
Yeah.
Shout out Dream Cars.
Yeah. Shout out to DCS.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to DCS, man. They got me good on the Lamborghini Huracan. What else did I do? Built my mom a house in my backyard. She's loving that. That's like next level.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's like mom's is taking care of, she's straight. But then on top of that, like it gives her not only her own, place and own space, but then it's like, bro, I got like my kids could go on vacation in my backyard. So they go spend the weekend. It's like
be at grandma's crib.
Yeah, they at grandma's crib, but it's like right in the backyard. So it's like
dope.
that's super cool, man. And that's next step. I'm trying to think, what else did I do?
I mean, bro, what did you do for yourself? I mean, the car you did for yourself.
Yeah, I did that.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Super Bowl, you took your wife. BET, you took your wife.
Yep.
But what did you? Anything that you did just for you?
Nah, I don't think so. No.
I know. You took care of moms.
Yeah.
Wife, a bunch of experiences. I mean, the car's probably for you. Car was for you.
The car, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, anything else?
To be like I'll be transparent. Like at that time, I already had my dream car. I had the i8.
The i8, yeah.
And then the only reason why I really bought the Lambo, because I'm not even gonna lie, like in my mind, I thought at the time a Lambo was kind of like far fetched.
Yeah.
Until like I started to get like when I started to really, because bro, when I tell you I was working, I was paying attention to what I was making. But I wasn't really paying attention to what I was making and like what was really available to me.
Yeah.
So when I got towards the end of the year and I'm able to look at what was made minus expenses and what's left over, I'm like,
scoreboard watching.
I was not
Shout out to Neo for that. He always talks about that.
Yeah, not scoreboard watching and all.
What's the numbers on the board? I don't know.
I
ain't paying attention.
I'm just running it up.
I'm just scoring.
So when it came down to it, I called Carter. I'm like, bro, like you the tax strategist guy, like, bro, I got a lot of money left over. What do I do? So he gave me some plays, and then on top of that, one of the plays said, bro, you got to buy a car. And I was like, damn, I could buy a car. It's crazy. So it was just like, all right, let me get a Lamb.
Facts.
Bro, and it was just like in 2 weeks, call Ratique. I'm like, yo, like, let me get a Lamb. Hook me up, get me straight. I got a Lamb. And it was so it wasn't really like I was working last year towards getting a Lamb. It was just like, it just kind of like organically and naturally happened. And so that was the only thing that I really did. Like, I don't do much for myself.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you kind of like me. You like simple. I mean, you like experiences. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I gotta be honest, bro. I mean, your drip turned up a little bit. You got a little bit more saucy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta get dripped up a little bit more.
No. I mean, you've been. You know what I'm saying? Just just a couple pieces. You know what I mean?
Hey man, I'm just a simple guy, man. Like I tell people all the time, like, man, it's people that make way less more than me, and they be dripped out.
For real.
I be like, yo, like, is it really that serious? Like, I'll be just chilling. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll pull up and I'm always gonna have on, nice watch. I have my chain on, but other than that, I always keep some nice. For me, I'm simple nice.
Yeah,
I'm not like
bro. Yeah,
big.
Clean a couple of pieces. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm
it.
here, I'm subtle.
I'm
you
here.
know what it is.
I'm relaxed.
You might see me outside.
That's it.
Inside, I'm regular.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm regular,
Jeans,
bro.
T-shirts.
Regular.
On my Steve Jobs.
That's it.
You know what
just
I mean?
Just regular. It's like when you get to a certain level, you don't really be. It's like I just kind of feel like I used to always say this too. I'd be like, you know what I'm saying, like rich is loud.
Yeah, I agree.
And wealth is quiet.
Wealth is quiet.
It's just like I be chilling, bro. Like I be telling people all the time, like if I told you the kind of money I make, you wouldn't believe me.
Yeah,
it's not believable. Mm-hmm. It's not believable. So people, when I tell people, they be like, this guy. It's kind of like, okay, so what, you dealing drugs, or you doing, you scamming people, or what you doing illegal? And it's like, it's not, bro. I'm running a business, bro. And I'm really servicing people, and I'm actually changing people and impacting lives. So I get paid according to the problems that I solve.
I get paid according to the value I bring to the marketplace.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people don't believe it. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of places I go, I probably am the richest person in the room because nobody would never believe it. And I don't dress like it and I don't look like it. So I just be cooling, bro. Just chilling.
I just be chilling.
Just be chilling, bro. That's it.
I mean, yeah, I got you. I got you.
That's it.
So I mean, you are the financial educator. For
sure.
Right. You are the Metro True extraordinaire.
Yep.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You are the one that entrepreneurs come to get their financial situation straight so then they can run up crazy bags, right?
Yep.
So I feel like we might as well talk a little bit of credit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why not, right?
Let's go.
So I think I heard recently that you got over $1 million in credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
maybe 1.3, 1.4 in credit.
Okay, so why should someone even consider having a line like that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what are some of the things that someone could do with a line like that?
Yeah.
And why should people actually look at credit as something that can help them and not something that would harm them?
Yeah. Well, it's for me, it's really super simple. When you're looking at like credit, I can show a person how to set up their credit profile to get qualified for 100 plus K in funding easier than I can show somebody how to make 100K. Because the reality is that to make 100K, there are certain things that have to be done and there's certain work that has to go into it in order to get to that point. Whereas as simple as cleaning up a credit profile, adding some primary accounts to build up the credit profile, to make the credit profile look good to the banks, you can just go in the bank and say, hey, let me get 50 from you, no doc loan. Let me get 50 from you, no doc loan. Now you got 100K. Then you take the 100,000 and put that into a vehicle, invest it into a business opportunity that's going to create you income. So now let's just say you got $100,000, $150,000 line of credit from 3 different banks. And it's 0% APR for 12 months. So now I don't got no interest on this money that I'm using. But if I take this 150 and I put it into a biz idea, or let's just say I go get 5 or 6 Airbnbs and they bringing me X amount of many dollars per month, then now I'm making residualized income and I got a biz that's cash flowing and I just pay them back monthly. Credit and leveraging credit to run a business as opposed to just using credit and creating debt for yourself, this is called good debt, right? When you leverage credit and you create good debt, what you're doing is you're putting yourself in a position where you're creating income from using money. It's nothing different than you going out there and you getting a loan for a car that you're not paid, that's not fully paid off. So you go get a loan for a car. You say, give me the money so I can get this car and I'll pay you back monthly. Same thing for your house. You say, give me the money for this house and I'll pay you back monthly. It's the same thing with your business. Give me this money. Let me put it into my business. I'll pay y'all back monthly. It's the same thing. Same thing with mentorship. Give me this money so I can pay this mentor and coach and I'll pay you back monthly. This is the fast path to success. So it's the same thing in business. So if you go out there and you get access to capital, the number one thing somebody can do is pay a coach and a mentor for the information that he gonna give you so you go run the plays. And then you pay that bank back monthly. Then what you do is you take some of the money that you actually have probably potentially left over and you go run the plays with that money. Regardless of the fact, you got to pay the bank back. But then now you got somebody that's coaching you, that's giving you the fast pass and give you the cheat code to success. All you got to do is go run those plays. And if you got a little bit of capital to go run those plays from doing funding, then you can go run those plays. So now you got somebody that's giving you the education and knowledge and you got the funding. So you go run up the bag and then you pay the bank back monthly. It's it. This is why credit is so important. Like you can't work your job to success. It don't work that way, bro. It's like credit will really change the game for people. Like you got to think, bro, it's people that are wealthy as hell off of debt. Everybody that's in the real estate industry, bro, they owe money. But they started off with debt and liabilities because they went and got a loan from the bank. But then they also went and purchased the asset that's cash flowing monthly income. But they still got debt. That's good debt though. Like let's say I went and got 100K from the bank and I went and got a four unit quadplex. Let's say the 4 unit, let's say I'm cash flowing. Let's just say on a high end, $500, you know what I'm saying, per unit after I pay the mortgage. That's $2,000 a month that I get to make after I pay the mortgage back, which is the debt. So that debt and that good debt just brought me $2,000 a month. Think about that. If you do that 4 times, that's $8,000 a month.
Yeah.
Now you're making $100K a year, and you ain't got to do crap.
Yep.
You ain't got to do crap.
So you're leveraging that money to invest it into a cash flowing asset so
That's
it start
it.
generating money for you.
That's it. And then if you do that 10 times, now you're a millionaire. So this is how easy real estate investors become millionaires, because they leveraging their credit, like you said, to go get good debt and create cash flow assets, and now they set for life.
So what are some of the cash flowing assets that people could consider, right? Yeah. You know, that are out there right now? I
think the number one is just really like real estate. Like to me, It's like ain't nothing better than real estate.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert. I just got into real estate myself because now that when you create an endless income, you got to put it somewhere. So I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm cashing all my bread into real estate because I'm like, I don't want to pay taxes on this money. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be able to, do cash out refis on all of these properties and then walk away with all of this extra money because then when you do the cash out refi, that's debt. So they can't tax you on the debt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then if you go buy real estate and you keep the property as your main residence for 24 months, even if you sell it, you don't have to pay capital gains on that money. So it's like real estate is the play for everything.
Yeah.
Like I ain't try to talk about nothing else as far as what is a great cash flow asset. It's real estate. If you gonna go out there and get some money, get into real estate. Or maybe something similar to real estate, which is like rental arbitrage, where you don't have to own the property like Airbnb, and you go out there and you sign a lease agreement and you put your money into that and you get these units prepared and let people have short-term rental agreements with you to rent out the property to pay you money. That's the second best thing that I could think of to real estate. Sense. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in the same ballpark, same concept, but you're gonna be able to make more money in a shorter period of time because it's short-term rental agreements.
So you want to get your credit straight.
Yep.
Get your profile looking sexy.
Got to.
Leverage our profile.
Got to.
Get access to good debt.
Yep.
Take the good debt. Find something that will generate some cash flow for you.
i.e. real estate.
I.e. real estate, right?
Yep.
And once you have that cash flow, now you can start making money without having to work for the money.
That's it, bro.
Yeah, and you just duplicate that.
That's it, bro.
Man, we're hearing straight from
Bro, but the reality is that the only reason why more people are not doing that is because they not taught that.
Yeah, facts.
You just do what you taught.
Yeah.
That's it. So
100%.
if your parents not teach you, if your school system's not teach you, college ain't teach you, you got to learn it from somewhere. So y'all hearing it here first if this is the first time you're hearing it.
So let's talk about where they can learn the information. Where do they go to learn this information? How can they work with you, right? Yeah. How can they tap in with you? How can they get some of these burning questions answered, right? And how can they get into the DTD community?
Yeah, so right now, on every platform other than Facebook is Dion Coopwood. Every other platform is at Mr. Phenomenal Power. Y'all can tap in with there. And then everybody can go to metro2.live. That's METRO, the number 2.live. Y'all can go there. And when you go there, it's either going to do one or two things. Right now, I have it where it's taking everybody directly to the Metro 2 software that I created where they're going to be able to, if they got any credit and credit issues on their credit profile, they can sign up there, register for the software. Super cheap, super affordable. For $147 a month, they can get started. They can service themselves and 3 other people. So it's 4 people that you can service a month for $147. Super easy. The software has artificial intelligence. It does all of the work for you. It puts together the letters. You ain't got to do nothing. So that's for individuals that want to repair their credit. That's for individuals who want to start a credit repair organization. And that's also for individuals that already are running a credit repair organization, but they want to learn how to leverage Metro 2 compliance for their clients in order to get faster results, save some time, and charge more money because now you're getting better results in a shorter period of time, right? So then outside of going directly to there, depending on when you tap that link and you go there, I do free workshops too. So sometimes I'll change the link up where if the link take you to where it says I'm doing a free workshop, on that free workshop, what I'll do is I'll get you on that workshop and I'll actually explain what Metro 2 is. I'll actually give you a software walkthrough. So I run those, particularly weekly, but as of right now, I don't know. Maybe when they tap the link, I may be back running them, but normally I run those calls weekly as well, where I give people the opportunity to tap in with me. These are not pre-recorded calls. These are live calls. Yeah. It's me. I'm on there. I'm explaining Metro 2 compliance. I'm showing you how your credit profile need to be structured. We talking about personal credit, business credit. We talking about a lot of information that's going to get you to that next level. So I give you a software walkthrough and I break it all down to you. So everybody go to metro2.live. I break it all down. I got you.
And that sounds crazy, bro. Listen,
For
man,
sure.
I had an amazing time with you. We always have a good time, you know what I'm saying?
You know that.
This has been great. Make sure you guys go over to that website. Give it to them one more time, Dion.
It's metro2.live. That's METRO, the number 2, all one word, dot, and then live, LIVE. Metro2.live. We're going to break it down for them. I got them, bro.
I want you to give them one more thing, right? If they're catching the tail end of this and they missed everything.
Yeah.
There's one gem, right, that you can leave them, right, that they could take and plant. What would that one thing be?
I would probably go by the concept of to whom much is given, much is required. Where it's a concept where A lot of people want success. They want to get to the next level. They want to be ultra successful. They want to be millionaires and multimillionaires. But the problem is that they don't understand that a lot is required of you to actually get to that level. And most people just want to just kind of, they want the microwave way of success. They want the fast track to success. And that's cool. But there's going to be a lot required. You're going to have to go outside of your normal self in order to get to that next level. It's kind of like the saying goes, if you want to leave the land of familiar, you got to and enter the land of phenomenal, you got to do some different stuff. Like, you can't be the same person you are today and get to a different level tomorrow doing the same things that you normally did, right? So it's just a concept of people have to get out their own way. And I say this all the time too, and this one's going to stick with everybody. The enemy is the inner me.
That's a fact.
Like,
that's a fact.
Like, you got to get out your own way. Like God got plans for you. You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah 29:11. Like, he got plans for you, plans to prosper you and not harm you. So it's like, if he already got plans for you, he got everything laid out, then why won't you go pursue success? Why won't you go after your goals and after your dreams? The reason why is you on your own way. You too worried about what somebody gonna say, what somebody gonna think, how they gonna look at you. And so it stops you from moving forward. You say, well, my hair ain't done, or I ain't got a haircut, or I ain't got this, and I ain't get. Listen, bro, nobody worried about you. Yeah, you worried about you.
Facts.
So as soon as you get out your own way, you're gonna be successful. I'm out my way. I'm good. I ain't worried about how my hair look, how my clothes look, how my cars look. I've been doing this since I was raggedy. And so, along the way, I was able to fix myself because I just was putting in the work, but the reality is that most people are not successful because they on their own way.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for dropping that last gem. Hope you guys picked that up. This is Brendan Boyd with the On the Pursuit podcast with my brother Dion Coopwood, Mr. Phenomenal Power. Make sure you guys tap in with them. Give it an Instagram one more time.
At Mr. Phenomenal Power. At Mr.Phenomenal Power. Just how phenomenal is spelled, just how power is spelled. I'm phenomenal. I always bring that power. That's it, bro.
Make sure you guys share this episode. The last episode we did went up. It did really good numbers. Let's get this episode to double that amount of numbers. Make sure you share it with somebody that needs this information. I appreciate you, brother. I know I'm going to see you on another one.
You already know. Let's get
go.
it.